Your Honor, you gave him a straight bond of $1,000 on his battery domestic violence.
All right, here we go. Let me check out to see what's going on with the related criminal mischief charge, Mr. Santos.
Déjame ver qué es lo que tiene
I think he
la
speaks
acusación.
English.
Speaks English.
Oh, the wrong guy.
Okay, you're the one that's visiting us from Georgia, right?
Yes, ma'am. I'm on vacation.
On vacation. I gave you a straight bond of $1,000 on the misdemeanor. I'm going to do the same thing on the criminal mischief. It's also a straight bond of $1,000. If you go back to Georgia, you need to keep your address updated with the clerk of court. Do you understand? So your total bond for the misdemeanor and the criminal mischief from the hotel incident is $2,000. Do you understand? All right, who's Patricia Alvarez? Does the name Patricia Alvarez mean anything to you? Does that person, Miss Taylor, does that person mean it? Should I let him in? Are they connected to him?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll let her in. Miss Alvarez.
Hey, Miss Honor, I'm his wife.
Yes.
So he didn't hit me. They assumed he hit me because they said I had a mark on my lip, but I didn't have a bruise on my lip the whole day yesterday.
I've already addressed the domestic earlier. I set a straight bond of $1,000.
Yes, I saw that.
I also issued a stay away order, which says he can't have any contact with you.
Your Honor, would you consider a no harmful contact order?
Well, let me see what Miss Alvarez says. Miss Alvarez?
Yes, can she repeat that again, please?
Do you want to have contact with Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't have that file here anymore. So, the only thing I can do, Miss Taylor, if you're going to have to draft up an order to supplement the domestic filing, right?
Your
All
Honor,
right.
I can do that.
Can you turn on your video, Miss Alvarez?
Let me see if I can figure this out. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Can you raise your right hand?
Right hand.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Put your hand down. What's your full name and date of birth?
Patricia Alvarez, 1990, and July 25th, 1990.
Okay. Look, I can see your lip is swollen now. Is that how it is normally?
My
Yeah.
bottom lip, yeah, it's
Yeah.
always thicker.
Okay.
And I could take the makeup off if you want. I don't have a bruise.
Well, who called the cops?
The
To the
hotel people. The hotel people.
Who was in the room with you guys when they called the cops?
Oh, my daughter.
Okay. Your Honor. So who called the cops?
The hotel people.
How old is your daughter?
She's 12.
Are you in the hotel room right now?
Yeah, a different hotel.
Okay. So they say that there was a glass door that was damaged in the hotel room that you guys were staying in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did that happen?
I truly don't remember because we were kind of drinking, but he was just frustrated because we couldn't get in.
Okay.
But he didn't hit me, but I could prove to you.
Yeah, but you understand that's like not acceptable behavior. Who's gonna pay for
Yes.
that? Who's gonna pay for that door now?
We are.
Probably.
Yeah.
Do you want to have contact with Mr. Santos?
Yes.
And you guys are married?
Yes.
Okay. And how long have you been together?
It's about to be a year in September, so 10 months.
And is the child your child together?
She's my child.
All right. Let me see if, and you're not afraid of him?
No.
Do you feel forced or threatened to say this to me?
No, I'm really actually very heartbroken because he's gone, you know?
But understand that there's protections that just about every state affords victims, especially victims of domestic violence. And you have those same protections. And while I have to look out for his due process rights, I also have a duty to the community to make sure that the community is safe.
Okay.
That includes victims of domestic violence, right?
Mhm.
Okay, nodding yes. So at least you understand that.
Yes,
Let me
yes.
see. Let me see. The state also is looking out for your interest. So let
Okay.
me see if what they're trying to tell me.
Your Honor, he has 33 pages of NCICs from Georgia, including domestic violence priors for which he was convicted in Georgia. As recently as 2021, he's been sentenced to anger management, probation, several concerning adjudications from Georgia. Additionally, Your Honor, I recall from reading the A form for the misdemeanor charge that her 12-year-old daughter admitted this was not the first time that this has happened, and she was so scared, she's the one who called police. So I understand wanting to modify the stay away order. The state would very much object to that. The state does not think that there's been a sufficient cooling off period, given that this happened on July 25th. Our position is that this can be addressed in division, but that
Did
modification would not be appropriate.
did your daughter call the cops?
No. I swear she didn't.
How long have you been with him?
About 10 months right now, almost a year.
Were you aware of his prior domestic arrests from Georgia?
Domestic, not the 2021 one. No.
I don't have it in front of me. That's what the government is saying, that he has a long history of arrests. It's about 33 pages of arrests.
Yes.
And he has some concerning domestic arrests, including having gone through anger management. That's what they're saying. You should probably look into it.
Yes, I know. Well, I wasn't around 2021, but he's been doing very good. Has a stable job. He actually takes a class every week, once a week. He's
For
doing
what?
very well. I think anger management. I'm assuming is that every week he takes a class, and he's been doing very good.
Does he have anything else going on in Georgia where he would have to take these classes every week? No.
He's on- no.
Does he
he's
have
on-
any does he have any child support issues or an open domestic case in a Georgia court?
No.
That's usually what happens.
Okay.
Okay. All right, look, listen, you're a grown adult, but I can tell you this. If your daughter is witnessing any domestic violence, DCF can get involved. It might be called Child Protection Services in Georgia. If
Mhm.
they think you're not protecting your child, the government will step in. Do you understand, Ms. Alvarez?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me see if either his lawyer or the state has any questions for you. State,
Ms. Alvarez, have you ever lived in Georgia?
Yes.
Are you aware that the defendant was convicted and sentenced to probation for 5 years in 2022 for making terroristic threats?
No, not. I don't know. Mm-mm.
Are you aware at all that the defendant might be on probation in Georgia at this time? Is that something you would know?
Yeah, oh, yes, I know. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is he?
Yes.
yeah, that's probably why he has to take those weekly,
Classes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think you.
There are red flags all over this relationship. Red flags all over. He's young. Sounds like he needs some help to get his life back on track.
Yes.
You love him. You need to watch out for your daughter first, as well as yourself. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because as I told you, if you're blinded by love and you can't see straight, I'm not saying you are, but if you're blinded by love, you can't see straight, you're not protecting your daughter, the government is going to step in. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Taylor, if I'm going to modify the stay away order, number one, state's objecting, but she's a grown woman and she has the right to ask me for that. So I'm going to need
I'm preparing.
so I can supplement it with the misdemeanor case.
I'm
Can you
preparing
find the misdemeanor case?
I have found the misdemeanor case M2515970. I believe it will be with Judge Priavolos, Your Honor. I have prepared order almost filled out. I just want to know what language Your Honor would like to include specifically, if anything.
It can be very simple. The court, having taken testimony from the listed victim, modifies the stay away order. If you want, you can email it to me in Word. And I'd like a line that says, I did it after the fact because she wasn't present before us when I held the bond hearing in domestic, because I did the domestic cases in the morning and here we are in the afternoon. So if you send it to me in Word, I can play around with it. All right, Ms. Alvarez, over the state's objection, the stay away order that I issued earlier is modified to allow no harmful contact. So in other words, a judge can always put it back into full force if you want to. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Santos, I've modified the stay away order,
Thank
but
you.
sir, the court still has jurisdiction over you. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. A question.
Also, on the criminal mischief, because you're out of state, I have to issue a straight bond. I already issued a straight bond of $1,000 on the misdemeanor. The criminal mischief is also a straight bond of $1,000. Corrections, so the criminal mischief is also $1,000.
Yes, Your Honor.
And me and Ms. Taylor and the state will take care of the stay away order later, as long as I file a court order. It doesn't matter at what point I hear it on the record.
Your Honor, I can actually provide you with an amended stay away order right now.
I think it's better if I do one that Ms. Taylor's gonna draft up.
Okay.
Right, because the clerks are gone, the file's gone. We'll just file it in the e-file portal probably on Monday, but we're all together here, so everybody knows that I've modified it as of now. All right, anything else, Ms. Taylor, for Mr. Santos?
No, Your Honor, if you could just provide the court's email address and state.
I'm
if
in the
you-
Florida, I'm in the Florida bar. I'm the only Lodi Jean in the Florida bar.
And state, same thing. If you could provide your names in the chat and I'll find your emails.
All right, Mr. Santos, govern yourself accordingly. Thank you. All right, good luck to you, Ms. Alvarez.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, I've got Mr. Perry next. Rodney Perry. All right, Mr. Perry, the public defender is appointed to represent you.
Okay.
Defense stands mute SPC, Your Honor, and I would be requesting cap.
Why would I do that? He can't stay away from his mom, Miss Michelle. All right, Mr. Perry, you're charged with violating an injunction. It's in favor of your mother. I'm gonna order you again to stay away from your mom. She doesn't want to have any contact with you. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Yes, ma'am.
So her name is, what's her full name, state?
Full name, Your Honor, is Londa Michelle Key, and as earlier, the state would be requesting an elevated bond of $1,000, given that this defendant has already violated a
You-
court order by.
You need to stay away from your mom, Londa Key. No direct or indirect contact. You also cannot go back to her building, 8255 Northwest Miami Court. Do you understand my court order?
Yes, ma'am.
So your bond is set at 1,000 plus house arrest. So $1,000 plus house arrest. I'll issue it at level 3. If you can get a home, you'll be on house arrest level 3 with a 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew. 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew, level 3. That's $1,000 plus house arrest. All right, thank you, corrections. Mr. Yassel, Eduardo Yassel.
You give him a straight bond of $1,000 on his petty theft.
All right, Mr. Yassel.
He does require the services of the Spanish interpreter, Your Honor.
You said it was $1,000 on the petty theft corrections.
Yes. Straight bond's 1,000.
Su señoría está confirmando que la fianza es de $1,000 por el hurto en cuantía menor con los carceleros y fue confirmada.
All right, Mr. Yassel, on this case, each count will be set at $500.
Señor Itzel, en esta acusación, cada acusación será fijada en $500.
That's a total of $1,000 for this case.
En total, este caso cubriría unos $1,000.
So $500 count one, $500 count two.
Así es que lo siguiente, acusación número 1, $500, acusación número 2, $500.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Armando Suarez.
He also needs a Spanish interpreter, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Suarez.
Hello, how you
The public defender is appointed to represent you.
Su señoría le ha designado el bufete de abogados de oficio para que le represente.
Your bond is set at a straight bond of $1,000.
Fianza está establecida en una fianza de $1,000.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Michelle Suarez Delgado.
And you're right, this is another domestic violation of a domestic violence injunction via possession of a firearm.
Okay, sir. Do you understand me?
Morning.
Good morning. The public defender is appointed to represent you. All right, so it looks like,
Your Honor, defense stands mute as to PC, but I don't see this as a violation of like getting in contact with the victim in this case, and I see no priors. I'd be asking for pretrial services.
A judge already told him that he's not supposed to have firearms, and he violated a court order saying that he's not supposed to have firearms.
you can't possess a firearm if there's an active injunction against you. That's the law. Do you understand, Mr. Suarez?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you working?
I just recently lost my job, ma'am.
Do you have family here?
I do.
Okay. Are they going to help you out if I set a straight bond?
Yes, well, not a straight bond. We were kind of hoping on getting a bail bonds if it's too much.
No, that's what I meant. I'm sorry. So usually with a bondsman, you have to pay them 10% of the bond.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
And what family do you have?
My girlfriend was gonna pay my boss.
And do you know the stay away order in Broward? Do you know who that listed person is that took it out against you?
Yes, it's my second baby mama, Sophia Guevara.
Okay. I'm not going to issue a stay away order in favor of her because the Broward judge already did it. But you understand you need to stay away from her as long as that injunction is active.
Of course, ma'am.
And you need to give up, meaning surrender all firearms that are in your possession. Do you understand?
I understand, ma'am.
Okay. So state, what if I just do house arrest with alternate bonds? Or actually,
We would.
they have the gun now. So, all right.
Yeah.
So count one is $1,000. Count two is $500. So that's a total bond of $1,500. Okay. Thank you, corrections. Mr. Testa.
On down.
This is Mr. Monroe.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Monroe, it says here you're homeless. Is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not working?
I do a little side little job.
So where is it that you live? Where do you put your head down to sleep?
Shoot, I just sleep in the streets. Like,
Where
know.
you can't. It doesn't belong to anybody.
Yeah, I know. I'm just letting you know I sleep in the streets.
Well, why don't you go to a shelter?
They be saying they full.
I don't understand what that means. Why can't you go to a shelter?
No,
Your Honor, the shelters are saying, the shelters that he's been to are saying that they're full and can't take it.
Are you at least on a waiting list for any of them?
no. Last
I'll
time,
I'll refer you to TAP with an alternate bond. So TAP alternate bond, $1,000. So for $100, you can bond out or you can wait for the TAP program to house you. All right, Mr. Monroe? Thank you. Jeffrey Schneider, the co-defendant to Mr. Monroe.
You give him a straight bond of 1,000 on his petty theft bench warrant.
Okay, Mr. Schneider. The
Your Honor.
public, yeah,
I'd be requesting the same bond in this case as well.
he's a little different because he had that bench warrant. So no TAP for Mr. Schneider.
He also has NCICs, Your Honor.
Okay, so you're gonna have a straight bond. Count 1, 500. Count 2, 500. Count 3, 500. Count 4, 500. Count 5, 500. And count 6, 500. All right, thank you, Mr. Schneider. Aaron Johnson.
That hearing had a little bit of everything, from out-of-state vacationers to courtroom cameos by concerned spouses. Judge Mindy Glazer was once again right at the center, balancing compassion with command. Let's start with Mr. Santos, who found himself facing charges stemming from a hotel incident during a Georgia vacation. He'd already been given a straight bond of $1,000 for a misdemeanor domestic violence charge, and Judge Glazer issued the same for the related criminal mischief. But things got more complex when his wife, Patricia Alvarez, popped into the Zoom call to speak directly to the court. What followed was a careful, often emotional exchange that Judge Glazer handled with classic professionalism. Ms. Alvarez insisted that her husband hadn't hit her and requested a modification to the stay-away order. Judge Glazer didn't dismiss her plea, but she didn't rubber stamp it either. Instead, she swore Ms. Alvarez in, asked direct and respectful questions, and reviewed a lengthy criminal history that included 33 pages of prior incidents in Georgia, many involving domestic concerns. Even with these red flags, Judge Glazer acknowledged Ms. Alvarez's autonomy, modifying the order to allow no harmful contact over the state's objection. But she didn't mince words either. If you're blinded by love and you can't see straight, the government will step in. That was perhaps the most powerful moment in the hearing, a reminder that Judge Glazer isn't just looking out for defendants' rights, but for the safety of families, especially children. The rest of the docket had its moments, too. Mr. Perry was ordered to stay away from his own mother, with a $1,000 bond and house arrest attached. Mr. Suarez learned that having an active injunction means no guns, period, and he'd need to surrender all firearms. And Mr. Monroe, currently homeless, had a candid exchange with the judge about why he wasn't in a shelter. Her response? A referral to the TAP program with an alternate bond, again blending accountability with opportunity. Judge Glazer continues to run a courtroom that isn't just about rulings, but about reminders that the law is there to protect, that actions have consequences, and that sometimes what people need most is a judge who'll listen before making the tough call. If you found this hearing insightful, consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and letting me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read everyone,